Here's a fact that will haunt you if you let it. The most dangerous place you will ever live is not a war zone or a prison cell, but the space between your own ears when you choose comfort over growth. It is a statistic written in the quiet of countless lives. The majority of human potential dies not in a blaze of failure, but in the whisper of excuses made every morning. We build our cages with golden threads of routine, and we call it stability. We polish the bars with the cloth of familiar pain, and we call it safety. But a prison, no matter how beautiful, is still a prison, and the walls are made of your own fears. I know this because I lived there. For years, I was the warden and the inmate of my own life. The fear of humiliation built the north wall. The fear of scarcity laid the bricks to the east. The fear of being truly seen and found wanting sealed the roof. And inside, I had arranged everything so nicely. A comfortable job that paid the bills but starved the spirit. Relationships that demanded nothing and gave less. Dreams that became bedtime stories I told myself to fall asleep. It was a beautiful, terrible peace. And the silence was the worst part. The silence where your own voice goes to die. I waited for a sign, for a thunderclap, for permission from the universe. It never came. Instead, there was just the slow, grinding weight of days that felt the same. The internal conflict is a quiet war. It is the clash between the person you are and the person you know. In your bones, you could become. It is fought not with swords, but with sighs. Not with battles, but with procrastination. You endure it silently because to speak of it would be to admit the prison exists. So you wait. You wait for motivation, for the right moment, for the fear to subside. But waiting is not patience. Patience without action is just a prettier word for surrender. The awakening does not come with fanfare. It comes in the dead of night, in a moment so ordinary it terrifies you. It is the sudden, crystal clear realization that you have been trading your life for comfort, and the bargain is bankrupt. You look at the walls you built, and you see them for what they are. Not protection, but prohibition. They were never keeping the world out. They were keeping you in. And in that moment, you face a choice that is no choice at all. You can die slowly inside the familiar walls, or you can take one step towards the unknown. Just one. This is the one change. It is not a goal. It is not a resolution. It is an identity shift. It is the irreversible decision to stop being the person who accepts the prison. It is the quiet, brutal moment you choose the ache of growth over the numbness of comfort. It is the first brick you pull from the wall with your own trembling hands. That one change. It might be a conversation you've avoided, a skill you start to learn, a boundary you finally set, a no you say, or a yes you whisper. It unravels everything. It is the lever that moves the world. Because once you make it, you cannot unmake it. You have seen the blueprint of your cage. You have felt the cold air of freedom, even if it's just a crack in the wall. The transformation that follows is not a montage. It is a slow, often painful reconstruction. It is suffering without drama. It is getting up every day and choosing the uncertainty of the yard over the certainty of the cell. It is patience without weakness, the strength to stand in the storm of your own making and believe the foundation will hold. It is rebirth without fantasy. There is no magical arrival. There is only the next step. And the next, each one a declaration against the old walls. You will want to go back. The mind is a nostalgic jailer. It will romanticize the comfort, the safety, the familiar limits. It will tell you the prison was home, but you cannot unsee what you have seen. Listen to that whisper. The one change has already happened inside you. It is a quiet fire that cannot be put out. It burns in the decisions you make when no one is watching. It glows in the resilience you find when the old fears roar. It is the new voice in the silence, no longer whispering excuses, but asking a single relentless question. What is the next wall? So here is what I ask of you, not as a command, but as a whisper from someone who remembers the taste of those walls. Keep going. Keep building. Not a monument, but a life. One change at a time. Do not look for the grand transformation. Look for the single, small, undeniable thing you can do today that the old you would have feared. Do that. And then tomorrow, find another. The prison falls brick by brick. The world needs the person you are on the other side of that wall. It needs your voice, your courage, your peculiar light, not sanitized by safety, but sharpened by the struggle. This is your long waiting. This is your silent endurance. And this, right now, can be your irreversible shift. Make your one change, then make another. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but more importantly, it begins with the single decision to take it.